Well, welcome to Quinn Broadcasting. This is Tony Trongone, Coach's Corner with our head coach, Bert Ayala. What's up, Coach?
What's going on? How you doing today?
All right, and we got another guest with us.
Yep, we got our offensive coordinator again, Christopher Crowley.
Okay, welcome back, Coach.
Thanks for having me.
Glad to have you aboard. It's a little past 6 o'clock on Thursday night. Got an 8 o'clock game with Phillies Braves.
Yes, sir.
Right, so go
Phils.
Go Phils. We're in the middle of around October. We got some players coming in later, but we'll start off, Coach, like we always do with the game we just passed with Shawnee.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing we'll do, we'll go with the score, and we will be looking if you're on Facebook. If you want any comments, we'll be responding to comments. But if our producer George can get us the scoring of the game, and we'll go through the plays of the scoring of the game. And it should take us almost well into the first quarter. So you can see there, you had the Lewis 30-yard field goal.
Yep, it was a good kick by him, especially from the right hash, because that's where we weren't so sure if he can do that. But he's been getting better. A lot of practice. He's only a junior too, so that's nice. We bring him back. He's got a leg on him, so he can push it. So.
Is there anything specific with the uniform number 45? That's the kicker?
No, yeah, all the other guys took all the lower numbers that were returners.
That's in vogue now, right? Even the pro sports, college sports.
Yeah. There's no such thing as a receiver being 88 anymore, so you don't even waste your time ordering those.
When you play, what was your number?
12.
12?
Mm-hmm.
Now you're a quarterback?
No, it's my number, my birthday. So.
Oh, okay. How about you, Coach?
Number 3.
Number 3?
Yes, and I was a quarterback.
Like Daryl LaMonica?
Yeah.
Number 3. I was number 83. I'm the throwback to the 80s. And wide receiver, tight end. So, go ahead. So we have the Shawnee score, right?
Yeah, blown coverage. Miscommunication between two defensive backs that caused for that touchdown. Listen, got it off. That quarterback's a good quarterback for Shawnee. And then you had, our touchdown pass to Brooks from Jacob, 39 yards. You had Hale over the middle on a post from Jacob again. Then you had X towards the end of towards the end of the half, 10 seconds left. Jacob broke a couple tackles, had a kid on his ankles, and still got the pass off and found Xavier in the end zone for a 4-yard pass before we went into the half, which was nice to add on to it. You go in the third quarter, you had another rushing touchdown by Marty Collins, 8-yard run. And then in the fourth quarter, you had a screen pass to Latsier that, showcased his speed. So.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I got this on tape, and then that fake touchdown, I call it. That's why I have it on
I don't think the kid had possession of it.
We're gonna show that.
I think I irritated the refs, so that was a shot at me.
So we're gonna go there now. So if George, you can go to that first score with Shawnee. We have a video, so they got bunched right.
Yeah, they're just bad communication right here. Teron's supposed to go with that, and it was just miscommunication.
Two guys jump in the flat there, and opens that corner out. Good ball. They took the cheese.
Yeah, Teron's not supposed to go there. So, but listen. It's a game. Bend but don't break, right? That's what Coach Core always says. So they scored.
That's the first score on our field by a team, though, right? So.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, our guys weren't affected. It's not like they were yelling at each other on the sideline. They just kept it moving because they're confident in what they do.
And I was going to bring that up when we were doing the score, because then you're down 7-3. And so you're saying it's calm, cool, collected. Everybody's like,
yeah. I don't think anybody was rattled. They were frustrated about the blown coverage because the communication wasn't there. But coaches, players, it's not like haven't experienced a moment and being down. Wasn't the end of the world. You still had a 4-quarter, the whole first quarter to finish out, and the whole another 3 quarters. So
first time we were down since that Tom's River game too. So it was good opportunity to test our guys. And, like Coach said, kind of responded, rebounded, and, kind of we got going at that point. I think it woke us up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we got, and I just put in this one next play. It's called a delay game. If you can see this, and it's again, it's fourth. It was 4th and 3, and
Yeah.
it says 4-3, but really it's 4th and 3, so it's delay a game. And I put that in there because we got that 40-second clock, and then they had now it's 4th and 8.
Yeah, because they were going to go for that.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
They were 100%
And they're up 7-3.
Yeah.
Yep.
They bobbled. I thought they faked it because I wasn't watching it that closely.
He bobbled
the kick.
Yeah.
That put us in good field position, so you could see it again one more time. So delay game, and I'm a little fuzzy about the ball placement on some things too. But again, this is the later ones. But so it's 4th and 3, and we'll talk about the playoffs and the home field advantage and the tempo. And we have Jacob and Marcus here, so as far as they're the two that do set the tempo for the team. And so I didn't know the punter dropped it.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much when the tide turned for the whole game,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's another reason why I put that on there. And then you have Brooks at the next play. So we're
Well, I mean, we had. Oh yeah, that was yeah.
you have
right
Brooks out wide, and then so I don't know
So I
what are
think
they doing
we,
here.
We did a couple of things to get to that point. What do you mean? What are they doing?
Like last year, they had Brooks. They were down on Brooks. They had somebody over the top on
Bracket
the whole
on.
game,
Yeah.
and then other people had a good game because they were double covering.
They pressed up a little bit more on us. If you could see that, they went with a single high coverage, and I just think that, to be honest, I mean, the game before we rushed for 230 yards, so they wanted to prevent the box. Last year we rushed for over 200 yards on them. So it's not like we've been particularly throwing the ball that well either. And
So their game plan was, well, guess what? Let's see what they got passing with, right?
Yeah. So I mean, I think they were counting Jacob out, to be honest, and we kind of showcased that
Good
that's
stuff.
not the case,
And then it like what you say all the time. You said it could be they want to play the run, we'll pass. If they want to cover us in the air, then we're going to run the ball.
Yeah.
And the next one we have is Teron Hale. So we're up 10-7 now.
Yeah, this is a great throw by Jacob. He held the safety on there with his eyes. Teron ran a great route, ran that vertically. Top of the route move was great. And by Jacob holding that safety, that's a big window there. So
I don't know what that one backer was doing off the line coming in there, but I'm looking at passing lanes.
Yeah, it looks like he's kind of eyeing that running back. He's looking for like a check release, something out. Again, Jacob holding that safety down the middle of the field kind of opens some things out, because it looks like we had got a couple throws there potentially. But again, we talk about it. Jacob made a big boy throw there, and that's Teron. He made a similar catch in that St. All game. Just a hands catch, high point. Just excellent execution down there in that spot, especially coming out of a timeout. So we were a little, we went to our slash package quarterback. Our running back was back there taking direct snaps. They called a timeout to get it right. We came back, put Jacob in there. So we wasted their timeout, and we came out there and it was just a regular pass set, and we kind of hit them. So made it work for us.
So now we're up 17-7. Now it's snowballing for you. And then you got the X-Man.
Oh yeah,
You got McBride coming up next. So this
Yep.
is like
So, I mean,
it's
he
the
ran-
next pattern, right?
So it's just a slant. It's a crossing pattern, slant with your a corner route over top. Look, it was almost like a pick. It wound up being a pick because you ran them both into each other. But you could see the pressure came up the middle, and this is a great job again by Jacob, just keeping his eyes downfield and making a play.
Let's see that again. I want to see Jacob on this one now. So I saw the X there, but pressure
you
came
can see
on.
right there, boom. Like he should be sacked there. So this is a great job by dipping his shoulder and just being elusive and making a play. So
I think it was 4 seconds left on the clock on that touchdown too. So
yeah.
just going into the half, scoring like that, kind of takes the life out of the team. Quite honestly, and making us in a play.
Now you're 24-7 right at the end of the half, right?
Yep.
And we're going to keep rolling here. And I can't describe Marty Collins because at the next run, it's like he doesn't look like he's running fast, and he's just getting in there. I put this here like got two good blocks.
Yeah, this is a great job by the line. And
put the
I like
arrow
seeing,
difference.
you see
He's got
that Marcus downfield there, you had Marcus downfield driving that, right? Was that him? Was that you, Marcus? Or was that Darian?
Darian made a block nearby, I think. No. Let's see.
No, he sealed off the linebacker. Yeah, see Darian's working and getting that outside shoulder to seal it in. Did a great job keeping his hands inside, not letting that guy off. It's a great job blocking, and Marty just made a play.
Demir freeing him up there.
I'd like to see that one more time, George.
Yeah. Demir came out the backfield and just gave enough of a hit to open it up.
But Marty I listened to his uncle, and the ball's in the wrong hand though. He's like, got to put the ball in the opposite side of where you're running from the defender. So I put that in there. So we're going to be tough on Shamar Collins because I know he's got a lot of promise.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Turtle got it done there. Yep.
Is that what you call him?
That's what he calls himself. He told us today. His nickname is Turtle.
Turtle?
And,
Well, he
really?
runs a little straight up, but he's fast and he's elusive, kind of like Eric Dickerson, kind of like, I don't know, it's like a weird vibe how
But
I get about
he
it.
brings a hard punch when he comes in there because he does a lot for us, man, in the run game. And
Does a lot.
so
very
we're
versatile
fortunate.
kid, talented
we're
kid.
very fortunate.
Yeah, is he going to be playing more, some defense too, or because you have depth at linebacker, keeping him at the H-back?
He's like the next guy in, so he's the one that fills in behind the seer or wherever we need. But he's fortunately we have some guys there. He's just behind them guys, so he'll be the guy that probably takes a seer spot next year.
Okay. And so now we're up 30 to 7, and then you run a little screen to Brooks.
Yeah, what was it? It was 2nd and long, and coach called it from upstairs, and he saw something that he liked, and we just went with it. Caught them on a full blitz, and the best part is our line got out there and blocked.
Yeah, I saw this 5 guys
Look at
out
that's a
there.
great job. Our freshman receiver took out 2 guys with 1 block, and
Look how much separation. It's like Secretariat out there with that gap there,
you're not
man.
catching it. Once he puts it on, it's on.
Also, too, is, you have Darian there, gets an offer from Pitt that morning and showcases his speed. Left tackle, getting down there and just really kind of getting himself on film, doing good things. Again, Darian's completely out of the play for the most part, and you could just see him busting his butt, getting down there and getting in the camera shot. Here he goes. That's a tackle. That's impressive. That is impressive.
Yeah, it's good speed. But at Brooks, it's like we're almost spoiled now with that type of speed and how he can just separate like he does.
We got some youth coming up, though.
What's that?
I said we got other guys coming up.
Oh, yeah, but I got to tell you though, what I enjoy about Latsier is that when his teammates score, he's just as happy. He's not someone who wants to be the focus.
Nah, he's always the.
Looks like he's a good teammate.
Yeah.
Great teammate.
We're fortunate to have a quality group of young men. So.
And now we're going to go into the third part. It's a little controversial because it's a tackle. I love a Sear Cornish. There he is, and with Mike, and then all of a sudden, look at this hit. The helmet's right at the belt.
That's a perfect form tackle. That's exactly what we teach. Head to the side.
There's
shoulder in the gut.
There's no taunting.
No, he stopped. Look, this is perfect. This is perfectly executed, and that was just like a feel bad call.
Flag comes out.
Like,
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. They felt bad for them because they're getting smashed. I don't know. I just don't like that. It's just a bad officiating call. And this is this was a group of officials that are seasoned. So to throw that, and then what's crazy is in the beginning of the game, so they throw that, but in the beginning of the game, Sharp is running down the sideline. Number 9 tackles him out of bounds and grips his entire helmet and almost rips his whole helmet off his head. And the official's standing there and just is does nothing. It should have been a personal foul. 100% it's on film. So, it's just we get treated sometimes
So then you got a little elevated, and
Yeah.
And then there was a Monmouth scout there, and you were confirming with him, was that
He's the linebackers coach, so I wanted to get confirmation from the linebackers coach that if it was, so I wanted to be able, it was a teachable moment, so I wanted to take that moment so I could teach my kid the right way, because I thought it was good. So I was just like, let me see a collegiate level linebackers coach's opinion. And he said, no, that was a clean hit. So I just informed the refs that it was a clean hit. They didn't like that.
Yeah, and then I actually got a little. I was on the sideline, and then I just said, rather meekly, like, "Come on, it's football." I wasn't like yelling. It got loud. Our fans got frustrated this time, and we're up 38-7. So it wasn't like it was heated because we had to win the game. It was just because it was a clean tackle.
Yeah.
So I said, "Come on, it's football. I'd like to see the tape." And then the ref, whose name was Ken Gillespie, says, F the tape to me. So, he had rabbit ears, and I was like, I didn't want to elevate it and get, make it bigger than what it is. I'm going to make it bigger here because it was inappropriate conduct by a referee, because I wasn't yelling, booing, I wasn't carrying on. It was like, come on, it's football.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that on the tape, and for him to say, F the tape, F your tape. And I have witnesses. I had females there. I had 2 females. We had our principal, Jamie Stewart, her husband, and Miss Garrick was there. And I just felt, okay, I'm not going to make this a scene, so I just kept quiet. And then I said, officiate the game. So I just think it's just poor behavior on the official to react that way.
I think sometimes the officials, like, they worry about all these other things with the tire and face paint, and they have a tendency to take things like personal. Like, I'll be the first one. If our guys do something wrong, they do something wrong. Am I going to debate sometimes and fight for my guys? Yeah. But I don't ever mean to go cross that line. But when it's 16 penalties to 2, I mean, I'm like, come on. When we're getting sent off the field for just putting our mouthpieces in, and they're like, and it's very tit for tat. Like, it's just like we're being treated like we're like I said, like a second tier team. It's just like, it's not. And this was last year too. I used to reach out to them. But that's why we don't play to them.
So we're going over our time for the quarter. So we got one more play to see, but we're going to take a commercial timeout, and we'll be right back, and we'll have a couple players with us. But again, this is Tony Trongone, Coach's Corner with Humberto Ayala and Coach Crowley. We'll be right back after this message.
Allen Associates is a family-owned and operated full-service agency, managing a broad base of clients in the New Jersey area. Allen Associates has been a leader in health benefits and financial services, including health, prescription, life insurance, pension, 401k plans, and estate planning. With more than 60 years of experience and a staff of highly trained and dedicated professionals, Allen Associates is noted for its ability to build strong, long-term relationships with our clients and the communities we serve. Give them a call today at 856-692-2250. Allen Associates, your complete health and financial services, Vineland, New Jersey.
Complete Care has some big news to share with you.
We're here opening more locations and offering more services every day,
including our newest locations on Pearl Street in Bridgeton and High Street in Millville.
We're here with convenient, high-quality, and accessible healthcare services all under one roof.
We're here just a call or email away.
We're here to provide compassionate care for you and your family.
We're here and we're ready when you are.
Complete Care Health Network, ready when you are.
Hello, my name is Craig Atkinson, and I am president of the Millville Thunderbolt Club. The mission of the Thunderbolt Club is to enhance the athletic experience of Millville High School student athletes. We provide a myriad of services for these athletes, including end-of-year recognition banquets for all teams, stipends for teams and individual athletes, college scholarships of $35,000 per year, meals for special events, as well as hosting the Mike Trout Millville Thunderbolt Club Golf Tournament and the Millville Sports Hall of Fame. Please visit our website at millvillethunderboltclub.com for additional information.
If the time comes, be ready. Learn CPR and join the nation of lifesavers. Nearly 3 out of 4 cardiac arrests that don't happen in hospitals happen in homes. CPR saved my life. I've teamed up with the American Heart Association as a national ambassador to help create a nation of lifesavers, turning bystanders into lifesavers through CPR education and access to AEDs. Join me to ensure everyone has the chance to live longer, healthier lives. Visit heart.org/nation.
New Jersey Motorsports Park. Experience the adrenaline rush of go-karting on our challenging tracks, with arrive and drive sessions, available for all skill levels. Looking for something even more daring? Try your hand at axe throwing, and see if you can hit the bullseye. After a day of excitement, relax at the Finish Line Pub Restaurant, and enjoy delicious food and drinks. Group experiences are also available, so bring your friends and family. For an unforgettable adventure, visit njmp.com to learn more and book your experience today.
Welcome back to the second quarter. I'm Tony Trongone, Coach's Corner. I'm here with head coach Humberto Ayala, also offensive coordinator Coach Crowley. And, Coach, we have two frequent guests on our show.
Yes. We have
Studs.
Our quarterback, Jacob Zamat, senior. And we have our junior stud, two-time All-State center, Marcus Offer.
Look at that smile. So, Coach, we ran short of time. We still have a couple, like at least a couple more shots of the game. So the score is 38-7. It got a little heated after that tackle. It was, and then we got. I had film of the play. I don't know how we got penalized 18 yards. So it went 18 yards, not 15 yards. But I know that Rich Van Noort always talks about that. We call the games with the ball placement, but. Maybe I don't know the rules about the placement, but I don't know whether there's placement on a personal foul. Follow me? So I don't know. I don't know whether there's. I think an oddball placement would be because of a holding or something, but a personal foul.
A little special extra 3 yards for.
Yeah. So I got the tape. So anyway, we're going to go to the last score by Shawnee. We're going to show it a couple times, and I don't know if we can. So here it is here, and I kind of slowed it up a little bit. So this is, I put one, and it's bobbled. You can see the bobble, and he's already like out already. Look, he's out of bounds already, and the ball's not even in his hands yet. So I just don't know how you call that a touchdown.
He's standing right there watching.
So again, it's who's covering him?
Kashawn Jones.
Okay.
So, I mean, listen.
It's a good ball, though.
Yeah, it's a good ball. But
Papa's a great quarterback, but it's not a touchdown.
Yeah. That was like, that's one of those touchdowns. They're going to win anyway. Let's help them out, you know. So, I mean, it's
not being a sore winner. It's just playing fair.
And
it was right after that whole unsportsmanlike conduct for the tackle. And I don't think they penalized you for sideline. They just gave you a warning.
Yeah, they gave us a warning. Yeah.
So that's why I'm wondering why it was 18. But I don't know about anybody's book. They call that a touchdown, but that was a touchdown. Made it 38-14. And so I want to go there. Like it's there's definitely an issue, and I think that people have been on you about the kids with the penalties. What are you doing about the penalties? Different people. We have a rich tradition, so you always have people in your ear being a head coach of Millville football.
Yeah.
So there's always like, what are we doing about this, and what do we know about the penalties? And I can put that in one hand, but on the other hand, there seems like there's just a disproportionate amount of calls that are just inappropriate. And then there were some things going on at the game with, I think, did Joseph have some stuff on his face?
It's face paint.
Yeah, same thing for me too. I have my cross on or like the stuff I do that comes on here and they make me take it off. They say you can only have one line, which makes no sense. And the guys that have bands in their arms, you gotta take that off too. It's like they just be extra about stuff.
So it kind of took us off a little bit. Like it makes you, like for you being, how old are you?
17.
So it's like you're a 17-year-old and I'm like, yo, listen. And it like takes you off a little bit, like, maybe I'm doing something wrong. It affects your confidence.
But that's what I'm saying. It's just like I just don't understand how the face paint impedes on the game. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know where it's in the rule book. Where is it in the rule book, though?
I'm pretty sure it's in there.
It is,
but not every official enforces it. So it's not a consistency there because I think they feel the same way that it doesn't impede. The armbands, their theory with the armbands is that in a tackling moment. With it being up there, a finger can get caught and then lodged in it, and then through like a pull or a rip, it could like break the finger. So that's why like they say like it impedes in that sense. It could like it's a hazard to that extent. I think it's silly, But I think that's why I think in the high school level they worry about things that are just absurd.
But my son wrestled, and I know that you can break a finger or something. So I guess the armband, it could be an issue. But I've just seen so many times where kids are wearing like their cross and face paint.
Cross,
It never has been a problem. So be consistent.
Well, yeah, I mean they're from a sportsmanship standpoint.
But then also just the amount of penalties, and I'm going to go there because part of the show is we want to have fun, but then you also have to call things the way they are, and you mentioned it, like there's a shortage on referees. So I'm not attacking referees, but you do have to assess the situation and say, there's got to be cultural differences that are going on right now about the expectations of how you play the game. And I think that when I played the game, it was keep your mouth shut, act like you've been there. And I think that if I was a ref, being a middle-aged white guy, I'm like, Marcus, keep your mouth shut, act like you've been there. But if you look at college and pros and what Marcus and Jacob see today and how kids play, it's a little bit more chippy.
Yeah.
And if you're going to play with that chip, there's a difference of how the game should be played, and I think that plays into the bias in the penalty call.
I think it's known. Like we play with an edge. We play with an edge that some teams just don't play with. Like, and I mean, we play like with a feisty mentality. Our guys are very like edgy, chippy. Like they get after it. When they want to hit somebody, they're gonna hit somebody. But like it's not like they disrespect the game in any which sense. I mean, they take away. I don't understand it. I can't help. Can't hide. I don't know what to say. But at the end of the day, I don't want to. I always tell the guys I don't want to put the game into the officials' hands. It's just not. We have no control over what they call. All we have control over is us executing and doing things the right way. So I mean, at the end of the day, like we can't allow them to dictate the terms of the game. So I mean, it is what it is. I think it's a battle we're never going to win. I wish there was more diversity amongst the staffs that come out, especially when you're coming out to officiate a game, by us too. So.
Okay. So I wanted to get that out there, and now we got these two leaders on the team here, and I'm going to go to Marcus. So I have a couple plays, Marcus. If you just want to, we'll go as we always do. We always show a play. I want to showcase a couple of your blocking and just your tenacity. And these aren't like pancake blocks, but it's just there's you circled there, and you have a block, but then you sustain the block all the way through until the whistle. So. Again, and I want to show it again. And again, it goes to the conversation we had about playing the game to a certain level of tenacity. Because and I want to ask you the question after this play. Are you coached that way? Did your dad tell you? I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth. What were you told to do in blocking? That's what I want to know. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Just be low, fast, and aggressive every block I get.
And then when you coach, you say to the whistle.
Yeah.
Right. And so even though, to me, I look at that play, it was past you, but you're going to play to the whistle.
Yes.
Right. Now, what happens to you if you don't play to the whistle? What are you going to hear from your coaches or from your dad?
To block into the whistle, like they're going to get on me to block into the whistle, like because they know that I should know better to not do that.
Mm-hmm. Plus, I think you get hurt when you don't play to the whistle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. A lot of roll up ankles, stepping on feet. So yeah.
And so that's why I think, and again, I am going to belabor it, but that's a level of aggressiveness that's like, why are you doing that now? The guy gained 9-10 yards, but you're pummeling that guy. But to me, it's football.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, I just think it's in his nature. He just has a motor. Sometimes we gotta, throttle the motor down. But Marcus,
I wouldn't call him Richie Incognito.
Marcus only knows one way, and that's.
But I wouldn't call him Incognito. No. But he's going to play to the whistle.
Yep, that's why. And we're reaching out to schools and getting him interest in all that and putting him out there because the people are going to are missing out because he could play at the next level just because of that motor alone. Regardless of the skill and technique he has. So
we got another block, almost the same type of, same tenacity and intensity. So we have another block here. Here you're blocking and then going to the next level. And I think that that's what college scouts want to see too, as a center, is you go and you have one block on the line and you go right to the next level.
Yeah, I've been working on that a lot this year, though.
And then he cuts, and then who was that running? That was
That's
Demir?
Demir, yeah.
And he cuts behind you, and that's how you get these gains. One more time.
Yeah, well, I mean, he did a good job sealing. Got the butt to the hole. Closed it off.
Working
I
to
could
that second
I could have
level.
been lower and more fast on my feet, but I made a great block though.
That's a huge block, because you don't block him and you don't get to that backer scraping down and making the tackle. So
No, but last year I haven't been consistent with getting to the second level, so I've been working on that a lot this year because that's what college coaches like to see more. It's that athleticism and that ability to get to to handle the first level and then go up to the second level.
Gotcha. And then going from you were tackle your freshman year, now center your sophomore, junior year, is that because you are looking to be a center in college?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Most definitely, because no one's going to look at a 6 foot left tackle. So I had to come to a sad realization.
Okay.
guard though.
Yeah,
You
guard, I can play.
guard. So anywhere in between in there, he can play.
That's one of the things with Marcus. He's so versatile. He can play all 5 positions up front, and that's value there.
Because what was the game? Lenape game. We had him at tackle. Seeing if we can improve.
Trying with a different center.
Just trying to improve and make that right side as strong as possible. But he's our best center, and he's the guy that runs that line. So, we were fine actually with what we did, and we just continued that pace.
Okay. Well, again, we're going pretty quick today, and we're about our halftime. So we're going to be right back after these messages. Stay tuned. So I'm going to go.
New Jersey Motorsports Park. Experience the adrenaline rush of go-karting on our challenging tracks, with arrive and drive sessions, available for all skill levels. Looking for something even more daring? Try your hand at axe throwing, and see if you can hit the bullseye. After a day of excitement, relax at the Finish Line Pub Restaurant, and enjoy delicious food and drinks. Group experiences are also available, so bring your friends and family. For an unforgettable adventure, visit njmp.com to learn more and book your experience today.
The most important decisions a family can make are usually made around the kitchen table. At DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, we believe pre-planning and the difficult decisions you face with the loss of a loved one should also be made around the comfort of a table, like a family. Our friendly, kind, and compassionate staff is committed to helping you get through this most difficult time. In your time of need, trust DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, Vineland.
Allen Associates is a family-owned and operated full-service agency, managing a broad base of clients in the New Jersey area. Allen Associates has been a leader in health benefits and financial services including health, prescription, life insurance, pension, 401k plans, and estate planning. With more than 60 years of experience and a staff of highly trained and dedicated professionals, Allen Associates is noted for its ability to build strong, long-term relationships with our clients and the communities we serve. Give them a call today at 856-692-2250. Allen Associates, your complete health and financial services, Vineland, New Jersey.
Welcome back to Coach's Corner. I'm Tony Trongone with Coach Ayala and our crew, and it's the third quarter, and we're going to continue with the game, and we're going to focus now. We're at Marcus Alford. We're going to come to our other another captain, Jacob Zamat. And so Jacob had a couple plays, and we're going to talk about many plays. He had many plays, but two of the plays we'll talk about is the first one is the touchdown pass to Hale, and I'm going to hand it off to you, and you can explain it.
What's
going on?
I mean, basically pre-snap, I knew what Teron's route was, so I was just reading number 3, the safety, and I seen like pre-snap before I snapped the ball. My eyes were on him, and I seen him walking up a little bit. So in my mind, I didn't know if he was gonna like fake come up and then go back to playing safety. But once I snapped the ball, I seen him came down, so I knew I just had to look off the other safety just because I knew if I eyed Teron down, that safety might have came over on the post route. So as soon as I seen number 3 walk up, my eyes went to the safety just to hold him there, and then I just trusted my receiver. I knew Teron would be there on the post, and I just threw it to him.
It's great execution. It's like, coaches talk about like there's a whole bunch of plays, but who can execute? And you executed that play,
yes,
right?
Sir.
And then the second one we're going to see is the McBride touchdown, that little X pattern. So
yeah, this play, I knew what the time was. I knew we didn't have any timeouts, because we called a timeout before this. So I feel like as a quarterback, you got to know situations. So I made sure to ask our coaches if we had any timeouts left, because I didn't want to run or do something dumb and then goes to halftime. So I realized there was no timeouts left, and I was going to read the left side first because I knew Teron had a slant pattern. So I was reading number 3 as well. He did a pretty good job staying in that window. They did a good job communicating over there. So I came back to my right side, and right when I came back, I felt I had pressure. So I kind of just showed some athleticism. I slipped through that block, and as I was trying to get outside, I felt something grab a hold of my leg, but I saw X was wide open. So I just made a play and I threw it to him.
Awesome play. So it's many will say being a quarterback, it's no different than being a head coach or a superintendent. People
Always
like to be critical, right? Because we can always do something better, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to stick with that right now. As far as this was your best game this year,
100%.
So what was different, or what was your preparation? It's just.
I feel like throughout the season, I feel like I just had to do a better job of just trusting my guys around me, trusting myself, trusting the coaches. Most importantly, I feel like going after Lenape, I sat down, talked to my coaches a little bit about what was going on, and they put some thoughts into my head. It's just about me, trusting myself, being more patient in the pocket, and just playing being a quarterback instead of trying to do too much. I know I have really good receivers, I had a good O-line, so I just had to just relax a little bit, trust my guys. And I did that this week, and this is what happens. So I give credit to my coaches for talking to me, and still believing in me. Shout out to my guys as well. I made sure after the Lenape game, I talked to the team just to make sure that they still had my back, same way I have their back, and the guys always support me. So went out Friday night and we dominated. So
good to hear. And what about, because you were running a lot before in other games, right?
I was, yeah.
And that's what it was about. Like, come on, I'm open. Is that what, I mean, it's typical. It's no different than Hurts and I'm always open.
Yeah, I feel like I was just there was certain moments where running was the best idea, but there's also a few times where guys were open, and it was like I said, just me trying to do too much instead of just doing my 111, as our coaches say. So like I said, we went back, watched the tape. And I realized, stuff I was doing wrong. So, throughout the week, last week, I made sure to do the right things in practice. We had a great offensive practice, so my confidence was, through the roof going into that game, and it showed. So.
Yeah, because I came to a couple 7-and-7 contests over the summer, and you were just popping.
Well,
I know it's different.
Yeah, it is a little different, but
and the timing and all. It's like the timing was there.
Yeah, like I said, 7, because you don't have a line in front of you. But I mean, teams are really a lot of teams when they go with a 3 front against us, it basically turns into 7-on-7 because I have 5 linemen against 3 guys trying to rush. So like I said, it's just about me trusting my line, trusting the pocket, and just reading the defense. That's it.
Good for you. God bless you.
Thank you.
And I want to go to Marcus as far as your development now, as far as the season. What are you looking for your line mates, your line mates, as far as you're going up against? Like I know that Toms River North was a pretty big line.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think Cherokee, not looking past Ocean City, but Cherokee's pretty big too. Mm-hmm. What's going on with you as far as your execution and your line mates working with? You have Darian and Kevin White now for a couple of years with you, right?
Right. Well, Kevin's leaving next year, but yeah. But I'll have Darian with me next year.
Okay. How about your development as a lineman now? What's different in your repertoire?
Like I said before, just getting to second level more than I did last year because I can work around the first level all the time. Like I can do my job there, but the second level is what colleges is looking for now as well because that also shows that I'm quick enough to handle those blocks and create running lanes for the running backs.
Good. I'm going to stay with you then. So, I've asked you this before, but things change. You're a junior now. What's going on academically with you? Your coursework and favorite teachers at high school?
My grades are good. I got a 3.5 GPA right now. Classes are like physics, just the regular math and science stuff.
Okay. And what about college?
I got a couple of them looking at me right now, like Villanova, Townsend. Those like mostly FCS schools right now. So.
Okay. When you look at like a Jason Kelsey, he's not a large center, right?
Nope.
And like
6'3". Yeah.
He's 6'3",
Mm-hmm.
and he's athletic. And I pay attention to him when I watch a game and see how he goes to the second level.
Yeah.
He makes it look effortlessly.
I love when he pool blocks though. That's why I've been telling Ayala to give me more pool blocks for more plays.
That's got to be pretty difficult. Hike a ball and then pull. I don't know.
He's done it a couple times on film and has had great success. Well, I mean, he has the ability to do it because he actually moves well, has good feet.
Good
so he could do it.
Yeah, because your snaps are, because we're in the shotgun right all the time. So it isn't like to me. I don't know. I'm old school. Like, if it's under center, you do it, but to make that snap good, and then work your footwork to get out.
Usually, what I saw in Jason Kelsey and how I do pull blocks, it's like he leans a little bit before the play starts, like leans back. So I mimic that as well, and then I snap it as he does, and then pull around because it just makes it easier, just to be quicker.
All right, but he's playing on Sunday.
Yeah,
and he didn't get an offer. He had to go to Cincinnati, and then all that stuff. So you got the upside, brother. You got to believe in yourself, as you do. Mm-hmm. And Jacob, so academically, what's going on with you, senior year?
Senior year, so I got like 3 classes. I get to leave early, which is nice. My favorite class is probably psychology because my teacher, Miss Petrini, she's real cool. She played golf at Rutgers, so she's an athlete. She came to our game last week, and I'm always helping her with her fantasy football lineup, and sometimes too. So she's cool.
I hope she's teaching the whole 90 minutes, though.
Yeah, she is. It's like right when I come into class, she just asked me to update her lineup.
Okay.
So she probably will tomorrow for game day someday. So.
And what about college?
College is the same thing. I still got my 5 offers, but I'm not really too worried about that right now. I'm just focusing on winning because my biggest thing my senior year I wanna end my career winning another state championship. So I feel like with colleges that'll take care of itself after the season. But for right now I'm just focused on winning games.
Interesting. I wasn't prepared for that question. Does that play into how your play is too? Because a mindset, because I know, my son was a D1 athlete, and other kids that he played with, there's pressure as far as because you have coaches. So you're saying I'm taking that weight off my back right now.
Yeah, I feel like as long as you play good, I feel like the offers and the colleges will take care of itself. So you just focus on your play and don't stress about that. You just keep playing your game, and all that will handle itself.
Awesome. Well, it showed.
Yeah,
it showed. Now we're going to look at the scoring, the stats. I'm sorry. We have a individual stats coach for that Shawnee game. It just says stats, George, not team stats. So you can see Jacob had 15 for 23, 278, 4 touchdowns.
Yep, 65% it was. And I guess the rushing's on the other side. Yes.
Did I do that again?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. I always put that on the other side so you could see.
Yeah. Sharp had 17 carries for 66. White 35 for 33. Collins had more than 6 yards. It was like 12 yards, I thought. Yeah.
These are our official scorekeeper.
Dawkins had more than 1 carry too. And then receiving, you see Brooks had 5 for 162. Hale 4 for 63. Sharp had a couple catches. Sharp had a real nice catch on the sideline. That one hand, he went up and got that. I was pretty impressed seeing him elevate to get that. And then Holly, our freshman, had a listen. I don't know. Most people say they're really dropping that ball he caught because that was the ball he caught. Jacob scrambled, hit him on a great pass. He went up, got it, but took the hit in the midst of catching it. So he's a special talent too. He's gonna be something.
That's not bad for your first catch as a freshman.
No, not at all. Not at all. He's gonna be another dude that we have. We're fortunate. Yeah.
Coming up. And then for team stats, I see they have a Grabowski. It was like some team football with Grabowskis.
I know Coach Core wasn't happy with the 144 passing, but we're still, doing a good job. You could see the time of possession was pretty even. Forget about the penalties. But another game back-to-back that we had 400 yards of offense, which is great. So, like, in 2 games, we've accumulated, I think, 700 or 800 yards of offense.
Yeah, like 800, yeah.
800 yards of offense. So, we're exactly where we want to be, production-wise, offensively, defensively, what we're giving up to prepare us for the playoffs.
Okay. And it has the turnovers picks, but
I was going to say something about the turnovers. I think that's one of the best stats. Ending a game with 0 turnovers, no interceptions, no fumbles. A clean game is probably one of the best stats you can end a game with. So.
And we had 2 picks. Why am I forgetting the 2 picks?
Yeah, Joey Zamont had another interception, and then Jaden Everett had he broke on a hitch route and came right underneath it and picked it, like tipped it and picked it right back and caught the tip.
Joey's interception actually set us up for the Tehran
pass.
Yep. Gotcha. Good. All right, so there's the stats for the game, and we're going to end the third quarter, and we're going to go into the fourth quarter and talk about our upcoming game this Friday, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Hello, my name is Craig Atkinson, and I am president of the Millville Thunderbolt Club. The mission of the Thunderbolt Club is to enhance the athletic experience of Millville High School student athletes. We provide a myriad of services for these athletes, including end-of-year recognition banquets for all teams, stipends for teams and individual athletes, college scholarships of $35,000 per year, meals for special events, as well as hosting the Mike Trout Millville Thunderbolt Club Golf Tournament and the Millville Sports Hall of Fame. Please visit our website at millvillethunderboltclub.com for additional information.
CPR saved my life. I've teamed up with the American Heart Association as a national ambassador to help create a nation of lifesavers, turning bystanders into lifesavers through CPR education and access to AEDs. Visit heart.org/nation.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
In Cumberland County, let's recycle right. We recycle cardboard, paper, aluminum, tin, and plastics number 1 and 2. Look for the 3-arrow triangle usually on the bottom of the plastic container. The number in the center determines the plastic number. Remember to recycle only number 1 and 2 plastics. Plastic bags, plastic film, hoses, and wires are not recyclable. They can damage sorting equipment and create hazardous working conditions. Don't trash our future. Do the right thing. Remember, reduce, reuse, and recycle.
All right, we're back at the fourth quarter. I'm Tony Trongone. It's Coach's Corner with Coach Ayala, Coach Crowley, and we have our 2 captains, Zamat and Mr. Offer. And we're going to talk about the upcoming game, but first we want to talk about the weekly PowerPoints, the weekly 6 PowerPoints. If you could show that, because we want to keep track of that. We were talking about home field advantage. So, Coach, go ahead, explain what this is all about again.
Well, Coach Carr is really good at breaking it down, with the numbers. But, listen, I mean, based on the PowerPoints, I know it shows, we're a PowerPoint behind them. But it goes based on that UPR, that 1.4, and it's a calculation of the PowerPoints, the OSI. They're a game ahead of us, too, so it's only the first 8 games that count towards your seeding. We're at 1. We play, this week, and then we have another game, which will be our 8th game against Cherokee. So I believe that we'll hold the first spot. I mean, I don't foresee Mainland losing, to be honest, either, based on the schedule and who they play. But I mean, all you do is play who's on your schedule.
But this also alternates, like, well, how's it work again? It snakes?
Oh, so yeah, playoff seating wise, the 1 goes to South, then it goes 2, 3 to Central. So it gets snaked in pairs. So 4, 5 would go South, then 6, 7 goes Central, 8, 9, so on and so on.
Yeah, so Winslow's in there too, and they're playing pretty tough. They got upset by Washington Township with that
Yeah, the
Hail
Hail Mary, yep.
So that's cool
Yeah, they got
stuff.
some talent, yeah.
You can see in Shawnee's up there ranked 8th in the power points. And Ocean City, for their record, they're 11th too, so they're no slouch.
Based on who they play in PowerPoints, I think that's what some people complain about. Everybody's going to always complain, but the way I see it is, play a stronger schedule. I mean, like, so I don't know.
I think Ocean City, didn't they play St. Joe's Hamilton, and that's why they got a lot of PowerPoints from that game.
They did. So they got. I mean, St. Joe's Hamilton's really down right now, but they're in non-public A, and they're giving up like 42 PowerPoints, and teams are scraping them like 50-something on. So
okay. And then, so that's good to know. We're going to show that every week because again, then we're going to show the schedule, and the schedule has us at 5-1 right now, and you got that, George? There you go. So there's the schedule there, and so we have Ocean City at Ocean City this Friday.
Then we're at Cherokee, which will be a big game, another big game, and last regular season game. Go to the bowl, you play there. They have a lively student section, I can tell you that. Their fan base comes out, and it's a great arena and field to play at, great stadium to play at. So that'll be a highly watched game from media and everybody.
Yeah, and then we get the playoffs, and the 4 rounds of playoffs will be at the higher seed. So you have the round 1, 2, and the sectional finals.
That's why we want, you want to hold that one spot, because I know for sure I don't want to go to a Mainland or Winslow and play on, on the grass when we have the turf, and to be honest, you want to be around our fan base. So.
Yeah, our fan base, it's pretty good, huh? Coach Crowley, you were talking about that.
Yeah.
We're talking about like what's an edge, and it's we talked. Jacob, you talked about the play clock.
Yeah, all that. Yeah, I feel like the play clock is a big help for me, especially because I'll get lined up, and it's always great just to like look up and see that how much time we got left. So sometimes we'll be taking our time, and I'll look up, I'll see like there's 5 seconds left. So, I'll tell the guys hurry up and get set, and we'll run the play. I don't think we didn't have a delay of game, right? Yeah, I'll tell you right now we're not gonna have a delay of game. I'll make sure of that. So. It definitely helps having that there.
Yeah, again, I keep on saying it, but it also sets the tempo of our team playing to that, because it's not. Again, this is not against the officials, but we know it goes more than 40 seconds.
Yeah.
So it can go up to a minute, and this way we know our tempo is going to be in that 40 second.
Not at our place. It's 40 seconds at our place.
And credit to Coach Lagamba, because he actually pays for a referee. So you guys know a referee does the time.
Yeah.
And then we have another referee that does the play clock. So and that's a good thing. And Coach, you were talking about the crowd.
Yeah, I mean this is my first year here in Millville, and just getting a chance to be at these home games. The first 4 were away, what have you, and then just getting a chance to get out there and being up in the box and just looking at everybody jacked up into the game, wild, and I can only imagine what a playoff atmosphere is going to be like. So I'm jacked up about seeing those guys and girls in the stands going wild, and I know the turnout's going to be great, and it's going to be an intimidating place to come in and win a game. I can tell you that.
Well, I don't know if you remember like the 2 years ago when we saw Ocean City in the sectional. That was the first time we ever had a sectional in our home. It was pretty intense, and the crowd. That came out for that game, so
I remember that game, and that got chippy.
Yeah. There were other reasons for that.
Yes, exactly.
I feel like the best part of that game is that after we won, how the whole student section came on the field, and it was I remember that game. That game was sick.
That's good.
Yeah, Lagamba tried to hold them back.
That wasn't happening.
Didn't work out.
Good. So then we got Ocean City now.
Yeah.
We haven't talked a lot about them. So any surprises there from you, Coach? Both Coach Crowley and Coach Ayala?
Well, my big thing is talking to the kids this week is, we have a bad taste the last time we were down there this year. We had that Toms River North game, but we think we let get away from us. So we have some business to take care of down there this week. It's very important that we kind of are playing our best football going into playoff time, and this what better week to do it down there on the beach. And get after a team that's a team that's been in the playoffs, and it very well could be a team that we see again. So, real important that we get after them and take care of our business this week.
Yeah. All right, we do have Mr. Rose says hello there to the coaches.
Oh, hello,
so tell Mr. Rose. And we also have Wes Zoyak from Florida saying have a good attitude and be coachable to Wes. And then Kerry Porter says good luck. And then Marty Collins said something about big drop, too. I don't know what that was about. It was something that we were talking about. You know what he's talking about? No?
Big drop?
Somebody had a big drop, I guess. I don't know.
Brooks on the deep ball.
Yeah, he did.
It's a good ball.
Would have put him over
extended
two.
his hands.
Put you over three.
Yeah, extended his hands.
But Sear, Marty's the one that brought that up. We didn't bring it up.
I know. Listen, he knows. Brooks knows himself. He came to the sideline and did push-ups right after it because he knew.
I mean, for me at least, that's one thing. That's why I don't really like to spaz out or get frustrated when if receivers drop balls because obviously I'm not perfect too. I make bad throws. So after I make a bad ball, I'll go up to them it's all right. So if they make mistakes, they're human too. I to let them know that I have their back. So
good. So what type of defense do they run, Ocean City?
Well, they'll run. They're an odd front team, so they'll be 3-4, 3-3.
Too high.
They'll be dropping a lot of guys. So we're going to get some opportunities to kind of do some things this week. So we'll see some variations. I mean, they've Winslow put a couple points up on them, and a couple other teams kind of threw the ball on them a little bit. So us coming into town can't be a great thing for them from a prep standpoint. But we got to get it done, and we'll be successful at what we're doing.
All right, and Coach, what about their offense?
I mean, they're more power based. I think they'll try to
shorten the game.
Yeah, shorten the game and spread it out. Listen, I mean, they're going to be a well-coached team. That coaching staff's been there for a while, so I don't discredit them for what it is. I know that they may not have the players they've had in the past, but they get those players. Those players come up to play no matter what. I mean, you watch the game, even when they're down by multiple points, those kids are still playing. So I mean, that's a credit to the coaching staff to get those kids to play through every moment, no matter what the situation is. So listen, we just got to come and execute. And it's no different. I don't discredit the team or look down on the team. We got to come and do our part offensively, defensively, and on special teams, and allow that to take care of itself. I
had Mainland beat them 35-0.
Yeah.
And then Cedar Creek beat them 33-25. And then Delsea beat them 35-14. Then Winslow 40-6. And then they beat St. Joe's 42-7. So they had a pretty tough schedule, but
yeah.
You can see what's going on with that.
Well, they've had some good seasons prior to this one, so I mean, that aligns them to, play. I mean, I think they're young too, so I know they have the bodies. I know they'll flip that around or whatnot. So I mean, I think our freshmen played today, so I just want to give a shout out
to the freshmen.
I was going to bring that up. What was their result?
What was the
34-0.
34-0. Our freshmen got their first win of the season. On the new turf field. It was nice. I know they were excited to have an opportunity to play on that field. A nice little showing too for a freshman's football game. Our guys were there supporting the freshmen.
There was a lot. I drove by. Not a lot. At least a lot of cars. All
freshmen. I mean, so to support the city gives them, and the parents coming out to support the kids. That's great. So we were happy to see our freshmen play at a high level. So
okay. And so Coach Crowley, Jake, Marcus, thank you for being here tonight.
Appreciate you having me.
Yeah, and then Coach, can you talk to our fans? What are we doing tomorrow night? What time? Where at again?
Game's at 6 o'clock in Ocean City, which is right on the boardwalk where the Toms River North game was in the beginning of the year. So we'll be out there. Might be a little chilly because you're on the beach, so just dress appropriately.
Okay. Well, you heard it from the head coach, Humberto Ayala. You got the two captains, the offensive coordinator here. Looking for a positive outcome tomorrow night. And we'll be back next week on Coach's Corner. But until then, go Bolts. All right, guys. Good job.
This has been a QBC television production. in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22, and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.